Hi there, so let's talk about juxtaposition today. Juxtaposition can actually be used as a language technique and a structural technique. For this video, we're mainly going to concentrate on the use of the language device. So, what is a juxtaposition? So, juxtaposition itself is when two contrasting ideas, images, characters, or settings are placed close together, side by side, to highlight their differences. So, unlike an oxymoron, which puts opposites together in a single phrase, juxtaposition usually works across longer sections of texts. For example, like a sentence, a paragraph, or a scene. Writers use juxtaposition to create contrast, tension, and a deeper meaning. So let's look at some examples of what juxtaposition is and how to use it. So a low-level example could be, it was a tiny cottage standing next to a massive mansion. So very closely we can see here that we're mentioning two different kinds of buildings, very close to each other. But again, they're not very close like you would have an oxymoron. So this is more across a full sentence, if that makes sense. So what would be the effect of this use of a juxtaposition? The effect of this juxtaposition would be that it emphasizes inequality or differences in wealth. So another one that we could use here could be, the baby laughed while the old man cried. So here the effect of this one could be, it shows the cycle of life and the contrast are between innocence and experience. A baby who has no experience can be seen as innocent. They haven't been through the good or bad of the world yet. But a man could be seen, an old man who's crying could be seen as maybe he's crying because of the experience of life that he has been through. This is just an example. Let's look at a slightly more challenging example. So if we say, and this quote is taken from Dickens' book of, let's use the Dickens book of A Tale of Two Cities, and we can say, it was the best of times and we can say, it was the worst of times. So the effect of this could be that it highlights the extremes of human experience, making the reader reflect on contradiction in society. There's another example. So, this last example, we can say that, it goes beyond appearance itself. It shows moral, thematic, or philosophical opposites that make the text more interesting, if that makes sense. We can also say, juxtaposition overall, it highlights contrast, it creates tension, it conflict, it deepens themes, it encourages reflection, and it helps define characters by placing them against their opposites. So I hope that helps with juxtaposition. Thank you for listening.